Hello, everyone. My name is Christian, and welcome to my hobby blog. Another spontaneous kind of review, but I'm not doing a review. I'm doing a quick reaction. I am saving, uh, I guess, the title of a review until I have gone through everything on this release because there's a lot. But I just watched this very great film that I don't know if I can ever show anybody in my life this film, or at least sit with them and watch it. This is the film by Dennis Hopper from 1980, I believe. Yep, 1980. This is the film starring Linda Manns, Out of the Blue. Holy fuck. Again, this is just a quick maybe not a quick reaction, but definitely a reaction sort of video. I just finished watching it and I was just on Discord on my phone, texting people about it, and just letting the menu play while it played the Neil Young song, Out of the Blue, or Hey Hey Now Now, parentheses, Out of the Blue. I don't even know where to start. I think the most interesting part for me going in was not knowing really anything about this. They have a little explanation title card in the beginning of the film that has sort of an explanation around the making of this movie, which is that Dennis Hopper was an actor for a totally separate movie, and I think in Ontario or somewhere in kind of eastern Canada. And as he was shooting the movie, as he was shooting the movie, the producers were not happy with the footage and decided to can the project. So what he did is that he just took on the movie by himself, and rewrote the script over a weekend, and what they already shot they reinstituted into the film. And one of the big changes that he did from the script is that instead of having his character be the focus, he had his character's daughter. Oh my gosh, they say her name like a million times, and I already forgot it. Her name is I don't even say a name for her on the back. Either way, he puts a lot of focus on her and sort of the living situation and sort of the circumstances in the home, and how that has affected her. And the beginning of this film starts right off with probably one of the most gut-wrenching scenes I have seen in a very long time. It was sort of like a similar scene in Twin Peaks not Fire Walk with Me, but season 3. I think in episode 5, maybe episode 4. But the scene, I don't even know if I want to talk about it. I just want people to go into this as blind as they can. But one thing that I really wish that they would have done for this release is put trigger warnings all over the beginning of the movie when they were doing the explanation, because I was not ready for some of the subject matter of this movie, and it was very uncomfortable, and I think that's the entire point of the movie, so it accomplished what it was going out for. But man, this movie, I don't say this really at all because I usually don't agree with this, but this movie especially, I do not think this could be made today. This movie has a whole lot of seedy, sleazy scenes throughout. A lot of despicable characters throughout this. Seems like everybody in this town is a pedophile. And because this main girl, who is our main character, the daughter of Dennis Hopper, she is 15 years old in the movie. And the actress who plays her is also 15 when they were filming this. So this is very uncomfortable to watch. And the entire time, like, my stomach was just clenched because I didn't know what was going to happen in this movie. I know nothing about it going in. and watching all of these like 40-year-old men with gray hairs on them, like trying to be with her throughout the movie. And there are some scenes that get really close to just really awful things. This movie really rides the line, and it is very effective. I am very shooken up after watching this, but it's a very beautifully shot movie. I really enjoyed sort of the visuals of it. Just the really seedy, dirty, scummy set pieces, the settings, everything. And this is definitely a movie where you just want to hug the main character and get her out of the situation that she is in. Because the story is that Dennis Hopper and her are riding in a 18-wheeler, and they hit a school bus full of children, and they kill them all. And there are many sort of moments of breakdown between Dennis Hopper and the daughter, because Dennis Hopper was responsible for this. He was not watching the road. He blew past a stop sign. And his daughter was 8 years old, I believe, at the time, or 9 maybe. And she was mutilated by it. She has scars all over her face. And that's sort of, in a twisted way, a way that a lot of the adults use to kind of get close to her and touch her. Because right in the beginning of the movie, we see her at the bowling alley with her mom and the store owner that, or not the, yeah, it is the store owner that she is dating while her husband is in prison. And one of the older men, who is the best friend of Dennis Hopper's character, he is like, oh, how'd you get those scars? And it's like touching her face, and she's just playing on the arcade machine. And it's just really uncomfortable. This entire movie is just so uncomfortable. But oh my gosh, that's just sort of my reaction. This movie is probably one of the best movies that I have seen that has made me feel this way. I was talking on the Boutique Blu-ray Discord and talking about how I love these type of movies that make me really gut-wrenched and just make me feel really shitty. And I talked about, Requiem for a Dream. I talked about The Human Condition, Come and See, all these different types of movies. And I was like, Out of the Blue fits in with this genre of, what I love. And I am so excited to go through this release because there are over 15 hours of special features on this. And this is a movie, I think, that deserves it. It really needs to be studied, and it has been, because there are 3 audio commentaries, one of which has Dennis Hopper on it. I really, 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 really want to listen to that. I want to hear his thoughts on this film. Also, there's a audio commentary with Kate Rennenbaum, that name actually sounds familiar to me. But the one that I am very excited for audio commentary-wise, outside of Dennis Hopper, because he's a master filmmaker, in my opinion. I definitely see that now, along with being an expert actor. There's an audio commentary here with Kat Ellinger, who, if you don't know her, she does a shit ton of audio commentaries and interviews. The Forgotten Jali Volume 5, actually, which I haven't reviewed on the channel yet, she has 3, I think, audio commentaries, one for each movie. So there's 3 movies, one each 3. She is a very knowledgeable critic of kind of cult films, and she actually just did an interview with Disc Connected, who I have been shouting out a lot lately. But I highly recommend, excuse me, I'm trying not to burp in the camera, but she has probably one of the most far-reaching knowledge of film ever, and she just Not she's not the lead on this, but she's one of the main contributors to this new label called Radiance Films, and they just released like a 3-year subscription model, which of course sold out. And then they did another one for North America because it's a UK based company. But they also wanted to do the North American market because a lot of collectors are in North America, the UK, Western Europe in general. And the release slate that they have so far for Radiance Films look amazing. And knowing that Kate Ellinger is a full-time employee now for that studio, and also continuing to do other labels with Vinegar Syndrome, 88 Films, 101 Films, which I don't even think I have a release by them, but I really want to see that audio commentary on this release. But there's also, I actually turned this on, and I was shocked to see the one time. There's a 1984 interview, so just a couple years after this came out, with Dennis Hopper on television. And I turned it on because I was like, I want to know everything about this film now. And so I turned it on, and I was like, okay, hold on. I've been tricked before where I've turned on an interview, and it's 3 hours long. I'm like, yeah, I can't watch it right now. It was an hour and a half. So on the first special feature, it is completely loaded with, content. And I really want to watch that, but I didn't have enough time tonight, so I decided to just review my quick reaction. Although it's not really quick, I guess. Maybe it'll reach up to 30 minutes, as most of my videos become, but there's also short films on here, which I'm not really sure about the relation to Out of the Blue, but I'm definitely interested. And I just looked down because they have 2 discs on here because it's so heavy on content. So you have 2 discs and no reversible art, which I was a little disappointed by because when you put it on, they're the exact same, but maybe I'll flip it, have this be the font, but then you get the white line. I don't know. That's aside from the point, but I just looked down and looked at the special features for disc 2, which I'm definitely watching this interview. It's called Me and Dennis. It is 6 new interviews recorded with Dennis Hopper's friends, including Ethan Hawke, already coming out the gate, Richard Linklater, who is a director who I really appreciate and enjoy. I haven't seen really any movies by him in a very long time. I've seen most of them. I think it's just Slacker. I haven't seen Slacker. I haven't seen the 2 other animated films aside from A Scanner Darkly, which I think A Scanner Darkly should be in the collection. The Criterion collection, not just my collection. But another friend of Dennis Hopper that they interview is Philippe Moore, who I don't know who that is, and Julian Schnabel. I hope I said that right. And they also have an AFI Q&A with the producers. So there's a lot. There's even an interview with Alex Cox, who I think he did Repo Man, which is a movie I need to get again. I can't believe I sold that. I went through all the special features. I loved the movie, but I was just in that headspace of like, oh, I gotta get more movies. So I traded that for 2 movies with a friend of mine in college. And it was like within the week, I just deeply regretted it. And I was like, I can't believe, I sold that. And I haven't gotten it since. And it's been 6 years, I think. Well, maybe 5 years because it was in 2017, maybe 2018. So 4 years at the least. But yeah, that's just sort of my plan. After I finish, I guess, this review is I'm going to watch probably the 2 audio commentaries. I'll start listening to the one of the person I don't know. But I definitely want to listen to Dennis Hopper talk about this film. Watch his interview. Watch the audio commentary with the Kat Ellinger. The new interviews. Oh my gosh, this release is stacked. Also, not to mention the theme song to this movie. by Neil Young, which I mentioned already, but I just want to say that it is really fucking good. It very much reminds me, and this movie does not relate at all, well, maybe a little bit, to the movie by Richard Linklater, Boyhood. There's a song that plays throughout the entirety of that song, which I don't know the song or who the artist is, but I've been looking for that song for years and years. I also haven't put any effort in, so I'm sure I could find it with a quick Google search. But it's just one of those songs that as it's playing, there's no dialogue. It's just, the camera following our main character, mostly Linda Manns. And oh my gosh, the entire movie is just like a downward slope into madness and exploitation and just everything. Oh my gosh. I definitely recommend everybody to watch this. This is a very heavy film, though. I gave the trigger warnings already, sort of in the beginning of the reaction, but oh gosh, like I just feel tight in the chest after watching this movie. It's a very sort of beautiful movie. It's just really shocking how this even got made. Not the part about how Dennis Hopper kind of took up the reins of the film, but just everything with Linda Manns. My gosh, I wish there was an interview with her, but I recall that this was the only film that she filmed or acted in, and she died shortly later, is what I understand. But I'll go over that in the review, but I just really wanted to kind of document the day or the night that I watched this film for the first time. This is going to really need some processing. I just want to talk about this all day. I'm actually going through the films of Dennis Hopper now, and this was sort of the first movie that I was going to jump off with. I have another movie by him coming in the mail that I just got from eBay. And then there's a upcoming Criterion sale, I believe in the first week of October, which I don't think anyone here knows, but the first week of October is also my birthday. So I will be doing a sort of special video for that, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just do a live stream because it is on a Sunday. So it's October 2nd, by the way. So that's really the only Sunday in the first week of October. But wow. Not much else to say for now, but thank you all so much for watching, and please let me know if you've seen this movie, and let's process this together as if we are in a therapy session. Have a great rest of the night.